Hi, this is Jamie Machek with the Wisconsin Valley Library Service. For this Digital Byte, I'm going to be talking about captioning library videos. This is part one of a series. So let's go ahead and get started. I wanted to explain the difference between captioning versus transcription. So when we talk about transcription, that is the process where speech or text is converted into a text document. You might see this with timestamps on it throughout the document. Now, captioning is dividing that transcript into chunks called caption frames, and then you synchronize those chunks of text to audio in a video. You've probably seen some videos on Facebook or YouTube that have captions. So why is it important to caption? There is a significant percentage of people in the world who have hearing loss. So captions help support those audiences who are deaf or hard of hearing so that they can follow our content. Captions also make it easier to keep our audience's attention. When we have videos with captions, people tend to view the video longer, and the video with the captions helps get the message across and makes our library content perform better in search engines. So it also helps with comprehension. We also know that a large percentage of people who view media do it with the sound turned off, especially if they're in a public place. So a large percentage of those people are also going to watch the entire video when captions are available, instead of watching a little bit and ending it or skipping the video altogether. So captioning is easier for engagement. Let's jump now into some general tips. When you are captioning, you want to display all the words. I don't know that you need to display the filler words such as a or an I usually remove those. You do want to use proper punctuation. So you want to use capital letters to start a sentence. You want to end a sentence with a period. You want to use a single space after commas, colons, and semicolons. You only want to display 2 lines of text at one time, not 3 lines. Even a long line, just a single long line, can be hard to read, so 2 lines is good. You want to make sure the text displays for at least 2 to 3 seconds so your audience can read it, and you want to make sure your captions are well timed, again, so your audience can follow what is being said. As far as some tips for punctuation, you always want to identify the speaker. The first time someone is speaking, you want to use their first and last name. After that, it's okay just to use a first name. This is important if you have more than one speaker in your video. You want to identify the speaker and use a colon after their name. Anytime you have music or sound without someone speaking, you want to identify that as well. And you can do that using square brackets. An example would be happy music. When you have a long pause, you can use an ellipsis. Those are the 3 dots. A few more things on punctuation. You might have speech in or sound in your video that is inaudible, so you can identify that using parentheses. Anytime you have any other sound effect and you can identify that, do that in lowercase, italics if possible. So an example of that would be child laughing. When you use numbers, you want to spell out the numbers 1 through 9 and then list the numbers 10 and above. So the number 12 you would list as the number 12. The number 7, you would spell that word. You would spell that number out using the word 7. So again, those are just some basic tips when it comes to captioning. It's pretty much like using regular speech and text when you are sending an email or doing regular communication, with a few different rules as far as identifying speakers. In the next video or Digital Byte, we will talk about captioning services or what you can do to caption your videos that your library produces. So I hope you found this Digital Byte helpful, and I will see you next time. So long.